Hey guys, so I'm actually supposed to be making a completely different video right now that I started work on last night, but my arthritis was 100% like, no, we won't be doing this right now. So I actually have quite a few videos coming up. I know that I told you guys I would be making a new video for every week, at least trying to make one per week as my resolution for 2023. Like the day after I said that, like, I don't know, like January 3rd, I got sick, and started having like problems with like my other health problems flaring up, whatever. And it kind of just didn't go away. Like I just really struggled with it for the last 2 weeks. So yeah. So I finally like felt well enough yesterday to start making a video, and it's a really complicated one because I'm actually taking Maria, the Dia de los Muertos shadow idol, and removing her makeup. But like only her skull makeup, not like her entire face. So it requires a lot of patience, going really slow, and praying that I don't mess up a very expensive doll. Now mind you, I got her for like $64.95 or something like that on Amazon's like half off sale, which I think is actually still going on at the time of recording. So like that's a thing. Sorry, I had to take a drink because I was like dying. But yeah, and then I'm also going to be dyeing two Natasha's that I got on clearance, Roxy Grand, and I feel like there's like a couple of other dolls I need to dye here soon. But among them are these Shadow High Series 2 dolls, which I'm going to be showing you guys. Put some light on them. And I realized that I opened them via Reels, so I really didn't get to talk about how I felt about them a whole lot. Now I've made some minor changes that you might notice just by looking at this, and sorry that you just have to look at my hands and not my face today. I immediately hit my tripod as soon as I said that, by the way, because I look like poop and didn't feel like putting on makeup, but like that's cool. We're gonna make a video anyway. So I'm gonna talk about them right quick and then tell you like what my dye plans are, and if I have any other plans for them. Okay, starting with Rexx, because I know that he is probably the one you can see the biggest change in. Rexx comes with a shaved head, and he's got these really cool designs, like shaved around the outer edges of his head. I'll put some pictures up of that. And I loved that, but also came the question of all of my dolls, because I've sold off a lot of them. Like just recently I sold off like 30 something of them because it was getting out of collector territory and into hoarding territory. And as a collector, like I'm really trying to avoid that. As it is, it takes a week's worth of spoons. I don't know if you guys know like what spoon theory is, if you have chronic pain, chronic illness, but basically it takes a week's worth of energy to dust this entire room with over 600 plus dolls. I don't even know, like I can't even remember the last time I counted how many there were. I know it was well over 500, and that was like a year ago. And I've gotten a lot of dolls since then, so like I don't even have all my Monster High dolls unboxed yet, so like there's even more than just what I can see right now, and it's a lot. So it takes a lot of dusting to keep up with all of it. It's very time consuming, very exhausting, whatever. But I tried to break it down to just having 2 of each character. Now this is going to be a lot harder to hold on to when the issue is that they're dropping the price. By taking away the second outfits, which seems to be the direction they're going on most like basic releases at least, because we've seen that all those Shadow High Series 2, none of them have second outfits. A lot of people complained because they came with hangers but no second outfits, but like I guess they can like hang up their coats and stuff, like I don't even know. But a lot of people were upset that they didn't come with second outfits. Today we saw the leaks for Series 5, and honestly, like I know that what leakers do is not really fair. I mean, if I, as an artist, if somebody leaked a piece that I was going to, I guess, put out there before I could show people, I'd probably be kind of hurt. I'd be really hurt, like I'm not even gonna joke. But in the doll community, honestly, the leakers get people more hyped up to buy the dolls than the actual companies do. Like facts. Real quick, I'll go over the leaks with you guys very, very, very quickly. So the first one is Victoria Whitman, and she has a beige color. She has all these like adorable little freckles all over her face and body. She's got a new eyebrow style that we haven't seen before that is super cute. Really gorgeous little upside down flower earrings. Her ruffle dress is very similar to Monique's, Monique's, I'm sorry. And like, I don't know, everything about her is just adorable. And then I think next up is, we're going color coding, our neon orange girl, and her name is Michelle St. Charles. I love it. She has a new length that we haven't really seen before. I don't love the plastic coat she's wearing. Honestly, it gives me like throwback, like, I don't even know, to season 1 with those plastic stiff coats that Amaya and Poppy had, particularly Amaya's. Like I hated both of them, but like I hated the stiffness of it. It does not make sense. So there's that. And then let's see, the next girl would be our flamingo pink girl, which oh my goodness, what is her name? Priscilla Perez. Sorry guys. And I actually love flamingos. I'm filming from my bedside table today and not my computer desk. So I have little stuffed flamingos, big stuffed flamingos, tons of flamingos. So I love her because she's flamingo pink and really, really pretty. She's kind of, I say she's pretty, she's kind of bland, and that she looks like a recolored Bella, honestly. But all of the series 1 girls basically kind of looked very, very similar, and we got over that, so we'll get over this. And then after that would be our light purple, which is Aiden. Oh my goodness, you guys. The fact that we're finally getting an Aiden doll. He does not look like his show version. His hair is a little too light. His clothes are a little bland. His jacket is not that kind of holographic, shimmery type material. And I said this on Instagram, and people have been kind of quoting me on it in their stories, but I kind of feel like MGA hates the A's. They introduced them, but like, I kind of wonder if they even wanted to make them into dolls, because Avery was a disaster. Her makeup was ugly. Her, wigs and the hard pixie cut. The pixie cut wasn't even bad, except for the big hole in the back of her head. But I don't like plastic hair, so it was bad to me. The wigs were really awful. Like, they were better quality than what we've seen with a lot of other dolls, but like, they weren't great. They really weren't. The hard plastic cap just isn't it. I guess because having been a former BJD collector, I'm used to like the soft capped wigs, and even then, if you can see the rooting through them or like the wefts, it's gross. So yeah, and the Avery's wigs are about half bald. Ainsley looks nothing like her show version. Her hair color is completely wrong, and her outfit's lacking some details. Some I can understand, but like, they could have given us the outfit and it'd have been fine. The fact that she came with the wrong color hair, and it was that awful like neon, or not neon nylon, metallic nylon, so it's crunchy, just makes me angry beyond belief, because Ainsley's like my favorite character from the show. And now they give us Aiden, and again, he doesn't match his show version. He's very kind of watered down. I'm not sure what's going on with the eyebrows, but I'm just happy to finally have him, so I am not going to complain that much. Let's see, we also have Olivia Woods, I think it is, yeah. Our green girl, she's an olive green. Her outfit kind of vibes camo, but somebody else told me that it was based on a specific designer's like all over print. I love her boots, but her eyes are honestly what won me. She kind of has a mean girl face. I don't know if she's supposed to, or if it's just how the promo looks, because we all know, like with leaks, promos, whatever, these aren't necessarily indicative of what the final doll will look like. And then our very last one is Kim. And I don't know how to say her last name. And I should have listened on Google to see how to pronounce it before I even made this video. That's my bad. But let's start with the fact that she's absolutely gorgeous. Like, I saw her and gasped a little. I mean, face-wise, like, she's winning. Like, she's number 1. Technically, my number 1 is actually Victoria, because I love the sweet girl look. I love Delilah. I love Natasha. I love, like, that pastel, like, or light colored, like, I don't know. I really wish that they would give us, like, a dark skinned girl with pastel colors in that sweet girl look, but obviously, like, we're just not getting a lot of dark skinned dolls. I mean, Crystal, we had Crystal, and then we got Daria, and it took a while, and we finally got Coco. Like, they're putting them out, but they're kind of spaced out. So, we'll see. But, on to Shadow High Series 2, because that's what you guys are here for. This is really quick. You've probably seen this in a billion other review videos, so if you skip it, like, I won't be mad at you. But if you want to know my thoughts, as well as how I did Rex's hair, I'm gonna give it to you. We might even dye him this video. I think we will, because I feel like we'll have time for that. Okay, Rexx, obviously we couldn't dye, but here are his accessories. He came with a little laptop, which I don't understand why it has Shadow Eye Series 1's pictures on it and not his, like, own friend group. That was really weird to me, unless it was just to keep it in that black and white theme. He has a comb. His comb and his stand are, like, the same color. They're, like, a dark black with glitter. He's got hangers that are, like, the more true black or pure black. And then he's got the little cell phone. Ow, I keep hitting that bar. He's got a little cell phone. Mine has, like, glue on the edge, but you can see the Shadow High pattern. And then, obviously, he's calling glitch, and it says, any updates already, let's do this. There's no telling what it is that they are updating on, but, I mean, I'm curious. Alright, so I have already, like, most of them I left dressed. But I'd actually already restyled Rexx when I decided to do this video, and I did not feel like undoing him. Hold on a second. Okay, I had to move the bar on my tripod because I keep hitting it, but anyway. So I gave him Ash's shirt, but he actually is wearing a black shirt, and his shirt actually kind of, like, his stock shirt bothers me because it says, I don't have sparkle, I have shade. It should have said I throw shade because that would have been so much better, but, like, they didn't go there. They missed the opportunity. I'm sorry. Sausage sheds on everything. So if you guys ever buy anything from me, just know that I live in a smoke-free house, but obviously not a pet-free house, because Mr. Mans is forever shedding all of his hair all over my clothes, all over everything. And he is allowed in every room of my house. He's allowed to climb on whatever he wants. I mean, he can't just, like, do whatever he wants, but he will get up on the doll shelves. He's not really technically allowed to, but, like, if I'm asleep and he's hungry, which, mind you, he has a full bowl at all times, but he eats special snacks, like little treats. And if he wants one, he will get up on the doll shelves, walk across the, like, ends of their legs, like when they're sitting, and flip them off the shelves until I wake up. So, you will find random cat hairs on them because of that. Alright, anyway, the puffer coat, really cool, the nice inner liner. You can see, like, the word shadow written in it. He has very nice pants. These boots are more than a little awesome. But yeah, I gave him Ash's shirt just to blend in a little more white because of the tips of the hair I gave him. Now look, I did not reroot him. You guys know with my arthritis, I am not trying to reroot anything unless I absolutely have to, because my hands will do this thing where they, like, lock up like this and I can't move them. I shouldn't do that on purpose because you know. So what I did, and you can check out the reel on my Instagram, this is actually just a part of a 4x4 square, not even a whole one, that I picked up off of eBay. It is a mohair lamb's wool. I folded the edges under, like, I cut the size piece I need. Sorry, try to keep that covering the little thing it's sewn to. And I folded the edges under and then pinned it to his head, which is like the little silver pins that you pin, like, sewing projects with. Not like needles, but like just like the little flathead pins. And so I just pinned it into his head, which means I can take it off anytime I want. I can switch it out with a different color, whatever. And then I just pulled it up into a ponytail to keep it out of his face. Like, he has long bangs, but I liked the white tips. And it doesn't mess with his flocking at all. You can see he's still got his super cool design and his little AirPods. Okay, so his promo art actually shows him with, like, a bluish gray eye. And I might... let me tell you, I hate swapping boy eyes because it's very hard. Even with their heads being extremely soft, it is really, really hard. If you cannot swap girl eyes or you struggle with it, never try boy eyes. But I might take one of my Ashes, like the red-haired one, and swap their eyes just so he has eyes like the box so that he can be my custom one. Since I can't dye him, I was determined to do something, and so this is what I did. But again, you can check out my Instagram, and I have a reel just showing, like, how I did his hair. And I will happily leave a link for it down below. Like I said, it was an eBay purchase. Like, you can probably find it from other sellers in other colors. I got a 4x4 square, and it was more than enough. Like, way too much. Okay, so next up is Zoe, and I'm gonna be honest with you, my brain reads her name as Zooey every single time. I'm very much used to seeing Zoe as like Zoey, but I know that there's an actress whose name is like Zoey, but like my brain cannot not read it Zooey. But it's a real struggle. Okay, so I love her, and she was my number 1 fave. Rexx was actually my number 3, but like in person, like, so I'm reviewing them, mind you, in the order that I ordered them in. Not even that I ordered them in, that I received them in, because I actually ordered Zoe, then Karla, then Rexx, but Rexx actually showed up first. Okay, so Zoe's eyes, you'll probably notice, are different, and I'll explain that in a minute, but really quickly, the Novi Star inspiration. Her little laptop is kind of space themed. Novi Stars were an MGA line of little alien dolls. They were non-articulated, but they were still really cute. I actually owned one of like each character for quite a while until they did the last release that was all like only released in like Russia, I think, or whatever. And yeah, so I never got them, and because I never got them, I just gave up and ended up selling off a bunch of the other ones. Big regretty spaghetti. I would love for them to release them, but on better bodies, like articulated bodies, because their bodies had cool gimmicks, but you couldn't even sit them down. Like, they could only stand. Some of them could sit, but not well. Alright, and then she has this little NASA-themed water bottle. It says sass on it, you guys. Sassy, I'm sorry. And then shadow, so that's really cute. Her hangers are the same kind of minty green color that she is, but her stand and her comb are actually like this blue glittery color. So I thought that was kind of weird. I don't have their stands out right now, which that reminds me, Rexx actually has a little bottle of drink, and it looks like a Gatorade bottle, and it says Glitterade, which honestly, he just said he doesn't sparkle. Why wouldn't they use Shaderade? It rhymes and it makes more sense. But again, MGA dropped the ball, missed the opportunity. All right. Novi Star phone. Look at that. So that is, the character is Mimi Mirage. And since purple, I guess, goes so with green, they thought that that would be a good one. And then the back of her phone, I honestly wish her phone were minty colored too instead of white. I think it would show up much better with this little shadow high moon pattern. I love it. It's kind of got some Sailor Moon vibes. All right, up close. I have not taken her hair down, but I don't love the hairstyle. Oopsie. Anyway, so at some point I will take that down. She does have tinsel. Tinsel doesn't really bother me. I've taken it out before on customs and it takes forever. If you ever decide to take tinsel out of Margot's hair, don't. Her baby hairs are actually metallic. I got mine off of Amazon and was surprised that her makeup is as good as it is. In fact, I've ordered all of these off of Amazon and all of them have really good makeup. Because I've been having some vision problems, I haven't been able to drive for like a couple of months now. So I just kind of get to go to the store when everybody else does. So it's been kind of hard. So I just took a risk. Alright, so you see she's got some NASA themed patches that say shadow. She's got the eclipse patch, her little Novi Stars patch, her Novi Stars Mimi Mirage t-shirt. Get some more patches on this side, and then, oop, let me move her hair so we can see the back of her jacket, and there we go. It says shadow as well. All of them get these little puff coats, but I like them way better than the awful plastic whatever. Now her coat does have a liner, but it's nothing special. I am sad that out of all her clothes, and this is why I've really missed the second outfits, only her skirt matches like her overall color theme. Well, and I guess part of her shoes. So I'm assuming that the little electrical outlet plugs on these are a throwback to the Novi Star days. There were 2 characters named Robotic and Tilly Vision, and they had electrical plug hair clips. So I'm thinking that's what that is. Now she has Hallie eyes because I did a custom Hallie that I ended up selling that had Zoe's original light brown eyes, but I kind of love these with her, so they're staying. And I don't actually know what her earrings are supposed to be. I just want to get that out there. Like, I have no idea. If anybody knows what those are, please tell me, because I don't know. Alright, next up, let me straighten everybody right quick. Okay, you guys, next up is Karla. My issue is these eyebrows. The white doesn't really make sense, but I'm gonna say this. She's probably getting an eye swap with one of my Delilahs because I have one that is purple and it would look great with these eyes. So if you see her with blue-green eyes later on, don't be surprised. I love the pale hair. I think she has a lot of, you know, dyeability, I guess. The earrings are cute. The outfit is cute. I even like these, although they kind of make her look like a Clydesdale. So a lot of people are asking, is the shoe separate? Y'all, I haven't taken them off yet. I don't know. I think so, though. No. No, I don't think it is after all. Okay, so there you go. If you haven't already seen, I do believe it is all one piece. Karla's boot cover and boot are one piece. However, two tiny little careful snips on the inside and they could easily be two pieces. Otherwise, seeing where to slide her foot in the shoe can get really dumb. Like, you have to kind of roll the bottom of the pant leg, shoe leg thing up and find the shoe in order to slip her foot in. Like, it's kind of a pain, but a quick two snips and it would all be one thing. So again, she has little Morphe-esque makeup palette. She's got these 3 makeup brushes, which are like the exact same brushes basically that we got with the Rainbow Divas and their little tour kits. She has this very tiny light pink lipstick. The lid does come off, so just be careful because with it being small and clear, it'll be very easy to lose. Some of them are actually missing some accessories. I know that I'm missing Rex's Shaderade and like, I don't know, something else. I don't even remember what it is on somebody else. But like, basically I had all of their accessories in this super cute container that I got from the Dollar Tree in their Valentine section. And I picked it up wrong. The lid popped off and I spilled their accessories all over my floor. And after like an hour of searching, I could not find it. I swear, every time I move, I bump this tripod. Like, I'm the clumsiest person on earth. And apparently, like, constantly bumping into things can be a sign of ADHD. So I actually have some testing for that coming up in March, because it could explain the memory loss that I've been dealing with for like 10 years now, as well as the constant clumsiness. Alright, you guys, so she has these, her hangers are pretty much white. Like, they almost have a vanilla white kind of appearance, not like pure white in the light, but yeah, they're basically just white hangers, which makes me sad that they weren't like a pale pink. Alright, and then here's her phone. It's got this little SH print on the back that kind of looks like houndstooth. It looks like our girl has been browsing what looks like YouTube, maybe. Yeah, so that's really cute. Alright, next, oh, and her stand and comb are this lovely shade of baby pink with the glitter in it. Alright, next up we have Glitch, and like, Glitch kind of bothers me because I expected her, I guess, to like look a certain way. That sounds stupid, but I expected her to look like the show character, and I guess after seeing Avery and Ainsley, no, most of the girls do look close enough to their show character, but I think it's the eye shape on Glitch. There's not a lot of the white sclera showing, so it makes her eyes look a lot smaller, and then her eyebrows look much further apart. Like, that's like 2 finger widths apart. And I think that has a lot to do with why she doesn't really look like her show self. A lot of people complained about the missing chains in her hair. I kind of understand why they didn't do them, but then I kind of don't, because didn't they do chains in the hair of one of the mermaid dolls? So like, it was something they could do, but I guess if they're trying to keep her price down to the $24.99 or whatever that the current dolls are, like, maybe they just couldn't do that. Now I know I don't have her microphone sitting out here because I already packed it away because I was like, I'll never use this, but she does have this little makeup palette. She has her little cell phone, and there's that. And it looks like I said, she's texting Rexx. They're getting something together. And I also dropped her comb. I feel like there might have been something else, but probably not. I think it was just her microphone and microphone stand. And then here are her hangers. And then, yeah, I dropped her comb. So her comb and stand color, I mean, they're like a, I don't know, like a navy color, really. But that's what they are. Now, her outfit, okay, so as far as glitch goes, I mean, yes, she doesn't match her show character. The earrings are pretty sick. I guess they're supposed to be that Versace angel. Is it the Versace angel? I'm pretty sure it is. Like a little cherub. They're supposed to be in that. And they've got that oil slick coloring that we've seen on a lot of the Shadow High dolls. Honestly, my only beef with the Shadow High dolls right now. Okay, so Heather came with half black hair. Chanel came with mostly black hair. The twins came with black and, you know, blue and purple and pink hair, but like very dark. Ainsley's hair was like black and purple, and it shouldn't have even been at all. And now Glitch's hair is super, super dark. And the problem with that is, like, I can't really dye it. I can't do anything with it when it's super dark. I mean, I can, but it's really, really hard, and it doesn't really show up much. I mean, I dyed the twins, and you can vaguely tell, but, like, not really. Alright, so her eyes and coloring are very reminiscent of crystals. The dress I like, but moreover, I like her outfit underneath it. These are pants with, like, shoes built in, so it's all one piece, and then, like, her top is like a crop top, and honestly, it looks so much better. This dress is really sick, but, like, and you can see, like, it has shadow. It's very Matrix, and I love it, but, like, the outfit underneath it looks even better just, like, by itself. Okay, next up, sorry, Monique, got all the hair on you, is Monique. Monique is kind of an interesting character in and of her own. Alright, so let's start with her hangers are this lovely shade of dark purple. Her stand and comb are kind of a lighter purple with a bright purple glitter. And then she has 3 makeup brushes, one of which just rolled on my floor, that are this kind of magenta color. Her lipstick that she comes with is a magenta color. And then she has this really cute cell phone case. And apparently this is like, I think somebody said like a South Asian dragony kind of, I don't remember what it is, oh my goodness, but I think it's like a South Asian thing. And we see it repeated on her necklace and I think on her shoes, but she's from Houston, Texas, so they don't tell us if she is South Asian in descent or like ethnicity. We only know that she is from Houston, Texas. Her phone says Team Anti-Sparkle. Alright, she's so cute, but her braids are so, oops, sorry, Dia. The braids are massive. She knocks everything over. They stick out. I think they're not going to be terribly hard to dye, but they are going to be kind of hard to tame. The dress, I don't love the belt and the gloves they keep using on everybody, but the dress is actually really cute. I think that it's kind of cheap feeling with that holographic material, but I think it has potential. The earrings I love. So there you can see kind of the same creature on her necklace that we saw on her phone. The white underneath her eyes on one side is a little bumpy. I'm gonna have to clean that up, but it's not like a hard thing to do. And then we see that same creature on her shoes. Sorry if I can get it to... But yeah, no, I think Monique is really great. Okay, guys, and last but not least is Diamante. Okay, I looked this up actually, and in the Cambridge Dictionary, they have a little thing that you can push where it will allow you to hear how it is said. And in the UK English, it is said as Diamante, and in the American English, it is said Diamante. So I thought it was Diamante because Diamante is derivative of diamonds. But in America, they say it Diamante. So I guess you could really go either way with it. I kind of like calling her Dia better than Dia. That's just me personally. Obviously, we went through this with the Kia Kaya debate. I really think it's Kia. Kaya is Kya, I guess. But, you know, the show says it's Kaya, so that's what it is. You can't really argue with someone about how they pronounce their own name. So yeah, whether you call her Dia or Dia, I definitely am curious. So like drop comments down below and let me know what the majority says, because I'm just gonna call her Dia for now because I just think it sounds more reasonable. Like again, because Diamante is derivative of diamond. Yeah. But apparently the I think it's like South Asian. They say Diamante, like Jah. So and I think that the UK English is closer to that. So yeah, I mean, I guess we're gonna have to wait until we see her in the show to see how they decide to pronounce her name, but I'm betting it'll probably be Dia. Because the show is American, the company is American. It just, I guess that makes more sense. Alright, guys, so what she comes with. First of all, her hangers are like a silvery gray, as are her stand and comb. If you look, they're solid, no glitter. She's got these really, really freaking cute sunglasses. I do not leave glasses or anything like that on my dolls when I display them, but these are cute. They're very neat. I've seen a lot of hideous ones. She comes with a makeup palette similar to, oh my gosh, I forgot her name already. Karla's. It's similar to Karla's, but it's like black, I think. And it is one of the other things I dropped besides Rex's Glitterade bottle. She also comes with these white little brushes. And mine actually stuck to the packaging, so it's got this weird little spot on the back. And then she comes with this little cup. It's kind of very reminiscent of a lot of the Starbucks cups that I have. It's really cute. As far as her outfit, so I guess if you follow anything on Instagram or just in general, if you're a Rihanna fan, you probably recognize her outfit. I wish they had given her more similar hair. A lot of people can't stand her. The short hair, and as you can see, like straight out of box, the tinsel is a mess. It just sticks up everywhere. It's kind of terrible. Her hair was not cut badly. A lot of dolls that come with short hair, their hair is butchered because it's not like the people in factories who make these dolls are hairstylists. They tend to cut straight across, so like there's no real layering or anything. Everything is really blocky, unevenly cut, chopped terribly, and left that way. But she is, like, her eyes are really pretty in person, but I think it's like her lip color I don't like more than anything. The lip color really, really puts me off. She's got this great like puff coat. I did not... Ugh. Let me unhook this right quick. Okay, sorry about that, guys. She had those little tabs in her clothes that staple her clothes to themselves and leave big holes in them, and I don't know why companies do it, but whatever. So she's got a liner in her jacket. It's not like a decorative one. Her jacket overall has got this really nice silver SH print for Shadow High. She's got the shorts with the little pockets that stick out of the bottom that like everybody I know hates because they say it looks terrible, but whatever. It's fine. I think they look cute on her. They remind me a lot of Kaya, whatever. Her pants, as far as the pockets on the back, there are none. So if you were wondering if they were going to be printed or real, there's just not any. She's got a bodysuit, and then she's got this shiny silver dotted, I guess, diamante bodysuit that I really love. And like I said, this is based off a Rihanna picture. Oh, and you can see her silver nails. I didn't even notice those before. Okay, and then the boots are also similar. They've got these little... Okay, so honestly, they're like little pockets, basically, on your shoes to keep stuff in. But straight up, because I come from... Like, I don't come from there. I live in Augusta County. I'm gonna tell you now, they look like ankle monitors from the side. Like, I just keep thinking she's on house arrest. I don't know. But all jokes aside, I mean, they have the real laces on the shoes. They're pretty nice boots. I haven't tried to take them off yet, so I don't know if they're going to be easy or, like, if they're going to be like Lola's and be, like, impossible to get off. man, like, I know that, like, nobody was particularly fond of her. There were a handful of people who swear that she would eat and leave no crumbs, that she was going to be the queen of all Shadow High Season 2, and they got her, and they loved her, and they, you know, laughed the whole time. They said she was going to be beautiful, and she is in person, whatever. I think she's cuter in person than she is in the promo pictures or in a lot of the pictures that we had seen of her online until she came out. My issue is, I don't know if it's the shape of her teeth that are showing or if it's the color of her lips. Maybe it's because she's got like some Willy Wonka Violet vibes. You're turning violet, Violet. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's honestly her lip color, but like something about her face just absolutely eats away at me. So she's probably going to get a different lip color, and I'm going to see if that doesn't perk her up some. Maybe make me like her a little bit. I don't know. That sounds terrible. But she is really cute in person. She's not as bad as a lot of the pictures make her look. Womp, womp, womp. Hold on. Okay, guys. So there you have it. As far as dyeing them, okay, so with Rexx, obviously, I couldn't dye his hair, but I gave him new hair, and technically, I think the wool is dyeable, so if I really wanted to, I could probably add some color to the white ends of his hair, but I think I'm going to leave them as is, because I really like the black and white hair on him. He looks even more like he should be Chanel's brother, or especially if I gave him the eyes from Ash, like, they would really for real look like siblings. But yeah, I really like him the way he is right now, so I'm not gonna dye anything on him. He's got new hair. That's a custom in itself, and like I said, it is really easy. I got a 4x4 square of the like dyed lamb's wool, and I got it off of eBay. I think it cost me like $10 if that, and I didn't even need but like a quarter of that. So honestly, you could get a 2x2 square and it'd probably be enough. Like if you're just doing like shaved sides, top of hair, maybe, I guess a 3x3 if you were doing the whole head, maybe. But the 2x2 would probably be sufficient for what I did. I got a 4x4 because I wasn't really sure, and if I messed up, I wanted to have extra. Alright, as far as Zoe goes, I don't really know. Okay, so I hate repainting baby hairs because my hands are so shaky and like, it's just such a mess. So I was thinking about actually just doing her in a pastel blend and leaving some of that original color in, just so that I wouldn't necessarily have to repaint her baby hairs because they'd still match her. And so that's what I have saved for her. Very like the macaron hair that I did on that Kaya that time in one of my previous videos. So I actually have a hair dye list. And as soon as dolls are leaked, or like as soon as their colors are leaked, like when we knew what colors we were getting in series 5, I had already planned their hair, and the only one I had to change once the leaks were released was Kim's, because her hair blend is much darker than I expected. So anyway, like I said, with Zoe, I had planned like a macaron-ish like pastel blend. With Karla, I literally just did this same hair on my baby Bella, but I kind of want it on like a grown-up doll too. So I'm thinking I'm just going to do like a lovely soft gray into pale pink blend. And then I'm probably going to do a bit of soft gray on the top front of her, like the inside part of her eyebrow to make it match. As far as glitch goes, because her hair is so dark, there's not a lot I can do. But I did have a Crystal, and Crystal's hair was pretty dark. Like, I do think that Glitch's is darker, obviously, because instead of being a blue and purple blend, it's a blue and black blend. But I'm thinking either boiling it in fuchsia, well, probably, yeah, boiling it in fuchsia, and seeing if it doesn't come out like a magenta color. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards right now. As far as Monica goes, I'm thinking probably gonna do like an indigo boil and give her like rich deep indigo braids. Mind you, any pictures that you see are inspiration pictures taken from like Google or Pinterest. And then for Diamante, I would love to do a rainbow ombre from top to bottom. I hope I can. I feel like it's gonna be kind of hard with how short her hair is because it's harder to like bend and dip. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can do it. All right, I am gonna strip them all down so that they'll be redressable once they get dyed, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, really quick, the obvious thing, we are boiling some indigo for Miss Monique, and we're gonna boil that until it's pretty good and hot, and then dip her in it probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 times for about 20 to 30 seconds each. So maybe stop and do a cold rinse in between, just to make sure no residue sticks to her, and then we're gonna see how that looks. And then for Miss Karla over here, we've got some pearl gray. I did some hot tap water. Notice, especially since my sink is like stainless steel, you don't want to dye this in a non-stainless steel sink because you do risk the chance of staining your sink. But notice how you can hardly even see there's anything in it. You want it to be very, very translucent because we're not trying to do like a heavy gray. If you do, Rit grays tend to skew very blue. They don't really come out as clean a gray. So we're just putting a very small amount of dye in here. I'm going to hold the bottom of her hair and dip the top in. Alright. And this won't take too long, so I'm probably going to do it for 10 to 20 seconds at a time. Pull it out, check it, rinse it if need be. But I'm going to do this a couple of times until it gets the shade I want. Move her hair around. Make sure that I'm getting, you know, even coverage on the inside and out. I don't miss any areas around the edges. And I'll be right back with you guys to show you how it turns out. Alright, I've got her laying on this old dirty, or not dirty, but like stained hair dye towel. You can see the gray to pink gradient. I definitely want to turn this part of her eyebrows gray, but it'll be a while. It's still very cold here where I live, and therefore the Mr. Super Clear would never dry. And I can't do it inside because obviously even with a respirator, it's dicey. Mr. Super Clear is, I guess, like, you know, a carcinogen, and yeah, you don't want to breathe it in. So the nice thing about Monique is that she had no gel in her hair. Usually I'll wash their hair before I dye it, or at the very least, just get it really, really wet. Alright, it is starting to go blue. We're going to keep holding her in here for, I don't know, like another 20-30 seconds, maybe do a cold rinse. And then just keep going back and forth until she's nice and as blue as we want her to be. Okay, so the indigo took beautifully on Monique's braids, and it comes close enough to matching her baby hairs since her hair already had a blue in it that I don't need to repaint them, which is what I like to call a win. Alright, next up we are going to boil some all-purpose fuchsia. And that is going to be to hopefully take glitch to a really pretty, like, magenta-y purple color. I don't know how to describe it, but we'll see if it works. Alright, so this one is probably going to take a while. I'm betting probably 6 to 7 minutes easy of going back and forth between dipping in hot dye and doing a cold rinse to check the color. Maybe not that long, like maybe it'll take really quickly, but I will let you guys know. Alright you guys, I don't know how well you can see it, but it did go where the blue was, this super shiny, like rich purple color. She has some purple in her baby hairs, so again, I don't think that I'm going to have to paint them, which is, again, a win. Alright, let's check on the other two. Okay, so I've already done, and I basically just took Dia and dipped like the top half of her head into pink. The reason why is we're going to do the bottom half in blue so that when we do the yellow band, it'll give us our green and orange bands, and then we can just do the ends purple. I've also already added some pink streaks to Zoe's hair and pink on the top half of the dress that I'm working on. So next up, we're actually going to use aqua, or aquamarine. And we're going to run a hot tap water sink for that. We're going to do the bottom half of the dress, the bottom half of Dia's hair, and some blue streaks in Zoe's hair. Okay, you guys, I ended up changing my mind, and I went back through with the core rainbow colors and did a boil dye for each one of them, and I'm about to show you how they came out so far. Okay, so here's how Karla is drying. I wanted her to have a bit of curl in her hair. And here's Monique, Glitch. And then here are my two rainbow girls. So this was not easy to get because her hair is so short. It was so hard to get, but I did it. And Zoe's drying in braids so that her hair will have some texture when it dries. So I'll be right back with you guys as soon as they dry. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you the results of everybody's hair, but I thought about it, and I'd only filmed the reel when I did his hair, just to say what I needed or whatever, but I downloaded the reel from Instagram, and I'm going to try to kind of add it in here and do my best to do a voiceover explanation. But this, like I said, it's lamb's wool, like a Tibetan lamb's wool. So it's very fluffy. It's got a bit of texture to it. Now I just folded over the corners. You can kind of see the corner right there. Let me move his hair over a bit. There you go. I dropped him a while ago, so like his hair is in a state of disarray. But yeah. So you can cover the little sheet thing underneath it. Now in the back, you can see the pins because I cut the back kind of short. Because this was my first time using the mohair wool and trying to figure out how to cut it. That's how I keep dropping him. But the ponytail covers it, so it doesn't matter. And you can actually use this for a couple of different, and so you can't really see the pins in the front or the sides. You can actually do a couple of different hairstyles. You could do a man bun. You could probably do something like Rivers, but like probably not quite as short in the back because you'd have to leave enough mohair to cover your pins. But it comes in a ton of different colors. As far as I know, it is ethically sourced, but like, it occurred to me later that I should have checked into that more. I probably will before I use it again. So if that is something that's a big deal to you, I would, if you don't see it, you know, written in the seller's notes, maybe contact them and ask them, because most of them tend to gather and dye it themselves. I know that I've seen it on Etsy before as well. So if you're not a huge eBay fan, that's an option. All right, let me show you guys how I did it real quick. Okay, so I got it in this nice little package, and here's what it looks like. I cut just a kind of straight strip. I took these sort of pins, and like I said, I just tucked the corners under and pinned it to his head. Their heads are pretty hard, though. It is, and here's Karla. So I might actually go back and dip the ends of Karla's hair in, like, I'm talking like a neutralizing small amount of petal pink, just to bring it closer to her lip color. And I might even put her dress in it just a tiny bit, because it's still almost too pale pink. You can see that I took some gray and did the front part of her eyebrows. I just did that in like an oil-free human shadow. And then what I'm going to do is seal it with Mr. Super Clear when the weather turns nice again. But as of right now, like, all of our days are 40 or less. Maybe we get up to 50. So it's a little too cold to use Mr. Super Clear. But I love the gray. I love how it turned out. I just feel like the pink is still too pale for my tastes. So I am going to definitely go in and add more pink. Okay, and here's the back of Karla's hair. Like, it blended really, really well. It's really, really, like, a nice gradient. There's different lengths of gray. Like, everything turned out good. I just feel like the pink is so pale and bland. Like, it doesn't show up as great as I was hoping. So that's why I'm going to add some more pink. Okay, so here's Zoe with all of her rainbow of colors. I do love it. I don't necessarily love the hairstyle, honestly. And I wish I'd left a little more of the mint up front to blend in with the baby hairs. But like there's mint in spots. I think the other colors are so bright that they kind of overwhelm it. So that's something I would give more thought to. But honestly, the streaks were so pale, and I know they dry lighter. So I was kind of nervous and went back in with a boil wash of each color. I've got her in this little... I couldn't find the silver socks, darn it. I just had them the other day, too. So I gotta look for those. But I've got her in this little outfit of, like, Dia and Luna's. I'm gonna show you the back of her head right quick. I didn't love this hairstyle, but I couldn't think of what else to do. And it goes with her part line, and it looks pretty alien-esque, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I just went for it. All right, here's the back of her hair. I debated on plucking out all of the shiny tinsel. Not because I don't love tinsel, but because when you do a high heat... Because when you do a high heat boil, you run the risk of it getting really frizzy and kind of raggedy. Let's see if I can get it to, there we go. Just so you can see the colors really well. Her hair is kind of thin in the back. That was another reason I styled it the way I did. Because you can definitely see scalp. It's not like, oh, I wouldn't buy her thin, but it's there. It's, you know, there's some baldness. And then really quickly, just so that you can see the spread of colors, you can see where I left in some mint next to this apple green. There's yellows, pinks, purples. I feel like the aqua didn't show up as well as I wanted it to, even with boiling. Or maybe I just didn't do enough streaks of it. But yeah, I mean, I do really like the way she turned out. I do wish her hair was a little thicker in the back. Oh my goodness. All right, next. Okay, so glitches. I hate that it doesn't show up as bright in photos. Honestly, it even still kind of looks darker here than it does in person. Just because I feel like my phone doesn't really pick up the colors as well. I could probably use my DSLR, but honestly, bro just eats through batteries when I'm trying to film. Like, and I re-record like multiple times because I get nervous and awkward still, even after, I don't even know, like 2 years of doing this. Yeah, like almost like 2.5. I still get really nervous and awkward, and I have to re-record a lot because I just like stumble over words. It's no good. Anyway, all right, from the back or even from the side, you can see it better. It's a super plummy purple color that just does not show up as great in photos. But I love the way it went with this outfit. I really wasn't sure it was even going to work, boiling the fuchsia and putting it over her hair. It had worked on Crystal, but Glitch is even darker than that, and she's got a little black in her hair. So the fact that it worked out this well, and then she's got some purple baby hairs, despite the fact that her hair was in navy blue, like, they're a little detached, of course, but this just happened to work out for me, and I'm kind of in love with it. And Monique was another case of, I don't know how great this color is going to look over it. I was kind of worried that the purple braids and the blue braids would be unevenly dyed, but they really didn't. The indigo really went in and did like a great job. And her baby hairs are kind of a cool toned purple, so they go well enough with the blue that I think I can get away with like not repainting them. Alright, I will ask you guys' opinion on something really important. I put this outfit on her while I was looking for clothes because I didn't know what else. Like, I couldn't find anything. They didn't make a lot of darker blue girls. I mean, we have Coco, but I don't really love the sportswear. We have Uma's clothes, but like, Uma's wearing them, and then I think I have like Coco wearing them. I don't know who I have wearing them. I couldn't find all of them. I did end up, after I dressed her, I found this top, and I was like, oh, that would probably go really well too. But I like the shape of the mermaid top better, and just how it sits on her. So, and it's got this cool like purple to blue effect. But tell me what you guys think. Do you want to try it on her right quick and see how it looks? Let's do that. Okay guys, and here's top B. I mean, it matches her hair color better, but I think I like the shape of top A better. I'm not sure. You guys give me your opinion down below because I definitely need it. Alright, I'm going to show you the back of her hair really quickly. I actually trimmed her braids to be floor length because originally they were even longer than that. Like, they were like quite a bit long. Like, I couldn't stand her because her hair would get under her feet, or it was like, I don't know. I have had this problem with all the girls since like series 1 of Maya. If they come with hair longer than floor length, it actually just eats away at my soul. Okay, so because she has braids, you guys probably already expected this. There's some like gappy spots where they could have put in just like a couple of braids, like 2 or 3 around this line, and like kind of filled it in. But they didn't. I think that's, most of them are like really down in the back, like, but she's got enough braids to kind of cover it if you're not trying to do like any really wild hairstyles. And her braids are surprisingly really thick along the front, so I left it down for that reason alone. You guys know how I feel about it. I love the textured hair because we get it so little. And if I have to trade texture for having it be a little thinner in spots, like as long as it's cover upable, I can deal with that. I prefer not to have to, but like I get it. It's just not my favorite thing in the world. So I don't know. Anyway, back to her top. Just let me know if you prefer top B or top A, which was the mermaid top, in the comments. And I'm gonna go with whatever you guys vote because I'm really, really unsure. Alright, you guys. And last up is Queen Dia, all of it. She's actually wearing a modified Barbie extra dress. I took off like the green foily stuff. Sorry, I took off the green foily stuff around the waist and that crossed over the bodice. I did make her a necklace out of it. And then I took the top and folded it down and tacked it down so that like it was more proportional in the torso, because Barbies have a much longer torso than Rainbow High. And then I gave her some Stella boots just to add in like a different color, because obviously Barbie shoes aren't going to fit. I don't even remember what shoes this dress came with. I'd have to look that up, but these, I like the coloring. And then she's got Tiara's crown. I feel like the light washes out some of the colors on her hair. I was able to, when I did the photo, I upped the saturation a lot to make it more noticeable. But like, if I go like that, you can kind of see the yellows, greens, and blues. I just feel like it almost looks different colors from different angles, which was not intentional. It's just the way the light reflects off of her hair. I did leave the tinsel in, but I toned it down a lot because there were some areas like in the back where it was so incredibly thick. And honestly, her hair's kind of messed up because I dropped her, but I was trying to move her from the shelf to the bed. But and I might trim the tinsel down some more. But I think I might do this to Zoe's hair too. Like, I'm going to leave the tinsel, but I'm going to make it just a lot less. Because I like tinsel, but it gets really crazy. You can't really brush it because it gets kind of stringy and weird. You can't really dye over it because it gets bouncy and weird. So you're very limited with tinseled hair, what you can do without it getting kind of weird, honestly. So I think out of everybody, I love her the most, which is crazy. I actually liked her the least stock. But here's a wild thing, right? So everybody notices I got her last. I think she came out almost a week after Monique did. But it wasn't because I liked her less. I was actually the most curious about her and wanted to order her first. But Amazon had her at a higher price than all the other ones. So I was like, well, I'm just going to wait it out. I mean, it's only a few dollars, but like, I think it was $6 or $7 more than everybody else. But that $6 or $7 is $6 or $7 towards another doll. So I'm just gonna wait and order everybody else like in the orders I liked them. So I ordered Zoe because I was super curious about her. I ordered Karla because I thought, like, honestly, she was one of my favorites. And then I ordered Rexx because I thought he was absolutely gorgeous. And then Glitch, just because, I mean, she was kind of next on the list for me. Monique was really towards the bottom for me because I didn't love the colors they did in her hair and her dress. I like her dress. I'm just not sure I like it on the stock version of her, if that makes sense. And then I ordered Dia last because I was waiting for her to go down in price, and she finally did. She got back down to like $24.99 like everybody else on Amazon. And I would like to say, for ordering on Amazon, everybody's makeup and hair, like their bangs and stuff, was surprisingly really, really good. Like my Dia, she came with this hair length. Everybody else's is like mid-shoulder. Like, it was quite a bit longer on all the other ones I'd seen like posted. And this hair length is like the perfect length. I'm okay with this. So for her to have good bangs, I mean, I cleaned them up a little, and I still see like a spot or two where I could even them up a little more. And I trimmed some of the scraggly hairs that were hanging down. But other than that, I didn't really cut her hair. So everybody came with really excellent hair, really excellent makeup. I'm having some vision problems, so I haven't been able to drive for the couple of months now. And with that, it's been really hard to like go to the store and do doll shopping. So yeah, I really wanted them, and so I just ordered off of Amazon. I was like, the heck with it. My stores actually, I think, just got them in not long ago, so I might go to Target for all of my second ones. I don't like to keep stock. I don't think I'm going to take that gamble with Amazon a second time. I'm just going to save up, go into Target, and get all of them at once. I've also started doing this thing because it takes me so long to get all of them, because for a while there, the prices were like really, really high. And I'm not trying to run up credit card debt, because that's not really... I don't enjoy credit cards. I don't like them. I know we have them by necessity for emergencies, but like I don't use them on dolls and stuff. So when a doll line comes out, like I actually have money saved up and I go buy them when I buy them all at once. In this case, I was just able to get them because they were cheaper. Do I miss the second outfits? Yes. Do I wish that they still had them? Yes. But do I appreciate the lower price point so I can go in, get an entire line, dye them all at once for you guys? Yeah, I really do. I'm not gonna lie. The second outfits were nice. I do miss them, but I kind of like this better, honestly. I hope that when they do the fashion packs, it's not like a single piece of blind box clothing for $12, that it's actually like a whole outfit, because then I could still get the ones I like. I'd probably still get them all, honestly. But I'd be able to get them, like, when I want it, when I could afford them, and not feel like, you know, I mean, it wouldn't be as big a strain financially, I guess, because I could buy everything separately when I have the money and not try to, like, save up for, like, 6 $40 dolls. Yeah, I don't know. But I think I really started doing this recently, like the end of last year, because before I would buy the entire line so I had them stock, and then buy the entire line again so I could dye them. But then I was dyeing them kind of far out after they came out, and nobody really cared anymore. I don't know. I didn't really care anymore at that point, because I was like, oh, well, it's been out for so long. I'm sure tons of people have already dyed it, whatever. But yeah, so I started just buying the entire line, dyeing them, and then going back and buying the whole line again to keep stock, which is kind of stressful when you get a bunch of perfect faces. Not that I wouldn't want my dyed one to have perfect faces too. I just wouldn't feel as bad if I repainted parts of them. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that everybody looked really good. I'm holding her up so she doesn't flop. Check out my pictures on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok, because I'm posting like stuff there as well. Mostly rehashed reels right now. So, you know, whatever. But I'll drop the link to both of those. And yeah, I will see you guys hopefully next week. I've got Roxy Grandin. I've got a commission I need to do. I'm going to be dyeing both of those here probably later today. So there'll be a video for next week. And then hopefully I can finish my Maria soon. My hands have just not been... It's been cold, so the arthritis is bad. But yeah, hopefully I can finish Maria soon, and that'll be the week after this video. So stick with me. Fingers crossed I can get all that done. Love you guys. Bye.